Homesteading, and I'm in the garage today, and I am sharpening another one of my chainsaws. This time we're going to use the cheap Princess Auto electric chain sharpener. This one has worked better than any other sharpener I had. Last year we did a little bit of a field test, and this thing won every single time. The only other one that was close was the Stihl 2-in-1 chain sharpening system. So this is my favorite, and then the Stihl came in a very close second, really. So this year we're going to do a few field tests and see which ones cut the best. So I'm going to sharpen a chain on this, and then today is Saturday, so we're going to go out and cut some firewood. So let's go. So the one downfall to the electric chain sharpener is the fact that you have to remove the chain out of the saw. But for me, I don't find that a big deal anyways. You really should pull the chains off and clean the bars and the oiler passages every so often anyway. So if you never remove it, you're never going to have a chance to clean those out. So in some ways, it's good practice. So there you go. I know in the next few videos, people are going to ask, why do you have 3 Husky 55s? The question is, I started off with one, then I got another one that was blown up, and I rebuilt it, and I got 2, and then I got 3 because there was another one. So one I paid good money for. The other ones were just blown up saws that I put new rings and pistons in. And you know what? It's become very handy. I have 3 running saws now, so you know, if it ever becomes tight for money or whatever reason, I can cannibalize one to get the other 2 going. So there's a lot of parts. So I'm going to keep 3 running as long as I can, because it's just handy. You take 2 out at a time, you hit a stone, you just grab another chainsaw. You don't have to sharpen it or do anything like that. So it's just handy. So now we're going to throw this in. Okay, so there's a few adjustments. This one here has your angle in which you cut your tooth, and you have 0 there, and you have 30 for the other side of your teeth. So this one here clamps your teeth in place, and this is the adjustment for how far it pushes the tooth into your cutter. There is an adjustment down here, and that's to keep it so this doesn't go into the chain link. You adjust it so it won't cut into the chain link. So it's a very simple system. Okay, so what you do is you get your chain, you loosen off the clamp bolts, you slide it into the slot. You're going to want to flip it through and find your worst tooth. This chain actually looks decent. That's got a bit of a nick, but oh, that's got a worse one. Oh, that's a good one right there. Let's see. No, okay. I think this is it. Right there. So we're gonna get a little crayon and we're gonna mark it. We found the worst tooth. So we're gonna turn it to 30 degrees for the angle of that tooth. And it hits pretty hard, so we're going to loosen this off till it just touches. We're going to clamp it. You don't want to grind off more than you have to, so you just get it to this tooth where it just touches. We grind, and then we will adjust it in more if we have to. Okay, so here's a switch you turn on, and we'll just do a first grind. Okay, we gotta move it in a little bit more. You pull back on the chain and then tighten it. And you don't want to hold it there long. set that off. And we're going to see if I can start feeling sticky. It's not. So we're going to screw this in a little more. Tighten it up again. Give it another try. Oh, I'm just starting to feel it. We're going to do it one more. Pull back, put it on. We're going to try that. Okay. You can just feel it on the edge now. I like doing it with my finger because it's hard to tell. Oh yeah, that's real good. Okay, if I had to move it up any more than that, you would have to maybe do it in 2 cuts. Because you can't just cut off half a tooth in one pass. But that is okay. And you don't want to leave it in that location long. You don't want hot spots because that'll get duller quicker. Okay, so now you loosen off the holder. You slide it through 2 teeth because that's the other side. And then we sharpen the next tooth. Slide it through, do the next one. Slide it through, 2 teeth. Not that one, the next one. So there you go. We have done this side. So now we're going to turn it 30 degrees. Loosen that off. Go to the next tooth. And sharpen the other cutters. Every time you take the bar off and sharpen the chain and stuff like that, you should really clean out around the clutch and the bar and the chain and everything. So we're going to blow that off. Make sure you wear safety glasses. Blowing the fit. There we go. Really want to make sure you blow out the oiler holes. And I've checked the bar. There's not much of an edge and it seems flat, so I don't have to flatten it out this time. Make sure it goes up in the sprocket good. I'm going to loosen off the chain tension. There we go. I'm going to blow off the chain cover, get all that junk out of there. Okay, so we are almost back in business. You lift up on the bar a bit and tension it. and tighten it up. Okay, so now we have to check the rakers. Make sure it moves free. Checking your rakers is just as important as sharpening the chain, because no matter how good you sharpen the chain, if you don't adjust your rakers, it's not going to cut worth anything. So make sure you spend the time and adjust the rakers. Okay, so now we're going to set it on and we're going to check. It just touches, so we're going to grind until the raker doesn't hit. So we keep going. I'm going to mark that one so I know I did it. We're going to check. Just. Don't. Okay, we're going to check. Oh, it just touches. But now we know that the rakers are set correctly. And you want to make sure that this band is right on this tip. Because if it's back here, that's a different dimension. You want it to set on the tip of the tooth, right there. So there you go. It's all sharpened. The rakers have been set, and we're ready to give this thing a try. So later today, I'm going to go out and cut a little bit of firewood. So you'll see that in another video. So have a good one.